1038.
Number 1 for music and entertainment.
Wes, great to meet you.
You too, thank you.
The producers loved what you did with the Maze Runner.
Yeah.
So much so that they wanted you back for the Scorch Trials. Now that has to be a
What were they
confidence.
thinking?
But like that has to be a confidence booster. But at the same time, so you're like, okay, I'm a little bit nervous now. The pressure is really, really on.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really see this pressure. It was just more of, can I find my way into the story so I can be excited to make it? You know, I have to be excited to make something. Otherwise, it's not worth it. It's too much hard work and it's too difficult. So I had to find my way into the story and find something that I'm passionate about. And fortunately, I did. And a big part of it was coming back to work with the cast again. That was a huge kind of reason that I wanted to come back. But yeah, and obviously having the kind of the support and the kind of you know, the freedom to go where we wanted to go with this from the studio was huge. It was fantastic. We have a great relationship, and you know, I couldn't be happier.
How different is the Maze Runner to the Scorch Trials?
It's very different.
Yeah.
You know, I talk about it a lot that, you know, they're very different kind of engines that make the movies run. The first one's about mystery and intrigue, the question mark about why they're trapped in this place and how they're going to find their way out and what's on the other side. Obviously, we answered that in the last movie. So this movie's more about now we're outside, now how the hell do we get through it? You know what I mean? It's much more about that kind of momentum and that speed and that intensity of being pursued across this new world that they're just exploring for the first time, and all the obstacles that are getting in their way as they ultimately search for freedom, you know, a home, you know?
There's so much more action in this film. Like, I was exhausted for the actors watching this. Did you ever, like, go onto set and think, no, today's the day I'm going to push these guys too far?
Oh, there was definitely times when we went a little far this time. It was definitely a very arduous movie to shoot this time. We had a lot of people that have a lot of injuries, essentially. Not necessarily towards shooting, but just the kind of, you know, intensity at which we kind of went by the end of the movie. Everyone was very ready for a little vacation, you know. But that was kind of the nature of the movie this time. You know, it was an adventure. You know, it was this kind of, you know, race across the desert. So that's kind of where we went, and everyone was fortunate they're game for it. You know, they're up for it. So it's going to make for a unique kind of experience, I think, for a lot of the fans out there.
Well, look, I was expecting adventure, right? Yeah. I'm such a wuss. Yeah. I was not expecting those bloody zombies to scare me.
Right.
For you, was it like a childhood dream come true to be able to film with zombies?
A little bit, yeah. We definitely always tried to do something that was a little different than the normal zombies, and we tried to do something with kind of this visual manifestation of this kind of virus, you know, and do something a little interesting. But yeah, it's fun, you know, to play with these different genres, you know. We do have a little bit of a monster component to this thing, you know, which was fun, you know. It was, again, I didn't want to do another rehash of the first one, you know, so it was fun to kind of, you know, take something on that was totally different, and we'll do that. We'll continue that again in the next one. It'll be a very different genre altogether too. So
I'm liking that you're saying the next one, right? Because when it comes to franchises, the next one is the last one.
Yeah, it's the end.
They tend to split them into two. Yeah. Is this going to be two, or is this going to be one?
So far, the talks, at least from my interpretation, it's the end is the next one. So beginning, middle, end. Nice 1, 2, 3. You know.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
People like to pigeonhole. They can't help themselves. Yeah. Young adult film, comparing it to The Hunger Games, comparing it to Divergent.
I tried very hard in this movie to abandon that YA label. I can't stand it. I think it limits us. You know, and I'm not making a movie with teenage issues here. You know, there's young people. But, you know, it's a real serious movie with, like, real serious decisions these characters have to make, you know. So, you know, I'll fight as long as I have to.
So you're going to take a break.
Yeah.
And then do you go straight into the third and final?
We're working on it now. So we'll start shooting in a couple months and release in February 2017 is the goal.
Brilliant. Well, we're looking forward to it. And in the meantime, enjoy the success that's coming with it.
I'll try.
Spin 1038.
Number 1 for music and entertainment.